Just kidding. I'm starting now.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Hunger Games! Please don't sue me for using that, Matt Pat. I just really adore you. Anyway, we're going to be trying this again. A different Hunger Games game where the only participant is my friend Jeff, the creator of V&D. Not G&D, Guntons and Dragons, but V&D, Vasectomy and Dichotomy.
That's
What?
not right.
That's not alright?
That's not right. No, not at all.
Okay. Well, I forgot your title. I'm very sorry. It's something about victory and defeating people, right?
Yeah, that's a lot closer.
Perfect. So,
Good job.
welcome to your solo Hunger Games campaign. Are you ready to die?
No, I'm actually ready to kill children.
Terrifying. Do you remember how the first week of the Hunger Games begins?
Yeah. A week passes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
You volunteered because you were actually from Tribute 1 this time. Would you...
1.
Huh?
Tribute 1. District 1, yeah?
Sorry, District 1.
There we go.
But you were, like, technically reaped second
You're right.
of all of them because the men go after the women. Anyway,
Okay.
you volunteered this time, is what you told me.
Yeah.
Is that still true?
Yes.
What is your character's name?
George Washington, Esquire.
Let's continue on. You are carried off into the capital with your companion Emerald, who's a 15-year-old girl. She is quite scary because she, for some reason, likes her nails to be very long. It's kind of frightening. She also loves green nail polish, which she's allowed to have considering you're from District 1 that creates luxury items. You following so far? I don't really care what job you had because regardless of which job you had this time, you would have essentially gotten the same treatment no matter what house you lived in, what family you came from, what job you had, which grade you got in school. You all got special treatment by the Capitol. You were allowed special secretive training to actually improve at the Hunger Games, which enticed you to volunteer and hopefully win a life of luxury for the rest of your days.
Awesome.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
So, I gave you a chance to get a +1 in strength or constitution because of your district origin. Which did you pick?
I chose strength.
Wonderful, George. I'm going to say that you arrived at the Capitol with a roaring crowd gathering around your train, saying, "I can't believe it! A legend is here! The President, George Washington!" We're kidding. We know you're not actually him. Who's George Washington?
Me.
You are escorted to the Tribute Tower, where you are told by your 2 district victors, because this is the 17th Hunger Games.
Right.
There have only been 2 victors from District 1, but that is considerably more than the remaining districts. Those 2, one male, one female, teach you and Emerald about what the ins and outs of the games are. They will tell you that tonight you will be on in the parade upon horseback or in carriage, in costume, and you are implored upon to give some sort of impression to the Capitol. How do you act during the parade?
Noble.
Noble.
And confident.
Give me a D20.
Like, almost a smug. Like, of course I'm gonna win. George motherfucking Washington, Esquire. What? Sorry. I apologize.
That's okay.
I rolled a 16.
You rolled a 16.
And I have 6 strength, so
I will let you know
intimidating.
that because the Hunger Games are still relatively new, not really, it's almost been 2 decades, but the crowd is so revved up and you're the first chariot they see.
Oh, yeah.
They are
of course I'd be first.
Super jazzed to see you.
Of course
Especially this time, your district is literally bathed in like a gold paint, so you are shining,
of course
shirtless, and ripped.
I'm literally Gastoning all over the place.
Yes, yeah. And also Emerald got a little bit angry because while she was being done up, they had to paint over her green fingernails, which made her almost attack her prep team.
I am completely indifferent to how Emerald acts.
Beautiful.
Because I'm going to kill her.
Excellent. So I'm not sure how I feel about that, but let's find out what the crowd thinks. They don't know that yet, but they seem to like it regardless. So you make it through the parade just fine, and people love you, and they remember that your name is Pflegl.
Why on earth would they remember that my name is Pflegl?
They don't remember who George Washington is, and so they consider it like the song, The Star Spangled Banner, so they're just calling you Pflegl.
This bothers me and I want to kill them now.
That's okay. Maybe you'll get a chance to if you escape the arena. Spoilers. Anyway, day 2, you enter the training days. You get 3 training days and get to focus on different attributes or different parts of the training to improve. The more ideas of what to focus on that you pick, the smaller the bonus. The fewer things that you pick, the higher the bonus. So across the 3 days, what things would you like to focus on?
Murder.
In what regard?
So I get like a +3 to murdering.
Is it like the magic card murder? Black. Anyway.
Murder.
In what ways do you practice murder?
Okay, so specifically, two-handed weapons.
Okay.
So basically, large weapons that inflict a lot of damage and that are menacing looking. And
are you focusing on throwing two-handed? Are you focusing on
throwing two-handed?
No, like spears. Like I'm talking about spears.
Oh, okay.
Or do you mean like melee?
I thought I was like gonna take a two-handed weapon, like a great axe, and be like,
okay. Do you want sharpened like swords and axes, or do you want blunt like hammers?
Two-handed bladed weapons.
Okay. Anything else that you focus on? There is, just to remind you, there is climbing, there's swimming.
Endurance. I want to build up my endurance too.
In what way? Like to take a hit, or like in your, like, to eat?
Definitely not eating, because I'll be eating people. So... Spoilers, by the way. You okay? So I mean endurance as in like, working on breathing, cardio, climbing, like enduring the elements type of. So I'm like waking up early, going on runs.
I love it. Except you can't go running outside the tower. So you could wake up early before anyone else, get down to the training center and run on treadmills.
Yeah. So that and murder.
Perfect.
Are my focuses.
So is that all you focus on?
Yeah, those two things. Yeah.
Wonderful. Give me 2 d20s, please. Great.
You said great before I roll the second one.
Go on.
A 12.
Great.
And a 1. This is fun.
This is great.
My first one was much more beneficial. My second one is probably not as beneficial. I probably fell off the treadmill and face planted or something. And
during your initial training of weapons, it is considerably obvious that you are skilled in melee combat, and you are quite strong. Hence your 6 strength number of 6 strength score. So, people are considering you as scary.
Good.
Emerald has approached you a number of times saying, would you like to partner up? It is tradition for District 1, 2, and 4 to team up.
I want to say something so bad, but I can't say it in earshot of others right now.
That's fair. You can whisper it to the microphone.
Okay. What exactly does she say when she approaches me?
She says to you, hello. I am still livid about my lack of green nail polish. Regardless, I have proven that I am really good at melee hand-to-hand combat. Have you seen me? That's okay. I have admired you from afar, and also I am terrified. Would you mind if I partnered up with you, as well as the District 2 and 4 people? Between you and I, District 2 seems considerably stupid this year.
I was going to say some really mean and like crass things until she actually started belittling the intelligence of another district, which really turns me on. So I'm going to agree to this partnership, but I let her know that when the time comes, I will have no problem ending her.
She smiles at you, and you see that she has compensated for her lack of green nails by painting her teeth green.
Weird.
Yes. You look over to District 2, who consists of a 12-year-old male and a 14-year-old female.
Oh, that's why they're stupid. They're
very young tributes this time around,
okay.
And they're struggling to even hold the moderately heavy weapons.
I walk over to the 14-year-old.
She turns to you and says, "Yeah, short stack. You are blatantly taller than her."
Is that how you talk to your betters?
Prove it.
How about you pick up the weapon you're struggling with?
She picks up the fork that she was using for lunch.
I think I've made my point. Can I walk away?
District 4, the other career district consists of a 15-year-old who is doing very well during training, I will say.
Good for them.
And a female 14-year-old whose name is Guppy, as in a baby fish, because District 4 is full of fishermen.
Okay.
And she looks at you like she's frightened.
I go, I'm not the scary one. This bitch has green teeth.
I will say again.
Sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry.
So,
God, it's taking away from my character.
3 days later,
because my character is really confident and crass.
3 days later, you find yourself in private judging. Oh. You are the very, very first to be judged because you are the male from 1. What do you show the judges? They eagerly lean forward as you enter the room, knowing that Spangle is in the room with them.
Describe private.
You are the only one in the training center, and they are up in the window looking down at you.
No one looks down at George.
No, they're bowing to you.
Ah. I say, you may rise.
They look down at you. Some of them chuckle. One of them even goes, what? But most of them go, carry on.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I also appreciate my love for murder and two-handed weapons. And I pick up my two-handed weapon with one hand. And I go, see? I'm cool. I have 6 strength. And I perform with a two-handed weapon. And I slay children dummies.
Describe for me what type of strikes you show. From behind, from front, horizontal, like stabbing. What kind are you doing?
I'm not stabbing with an axe. Sorry. I am full frontal, like horizontal and downward cleaves, all the cleaving from the frontal assault.
Give me 3 d20s, please.
All the cleavage.
All about the cleavage. I rolled a 5, an 18, and a 4.
How do you leave the training center?
There are 9 groupers.
Oh, this is like a style thing.
No.
No.
Answer the question, please.
Okay. I place the axe on the ground after I'm done murdering the dummies. And I tell the judges that if anyone could wield this as well as me, I will kill them first. And I leave.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
You return to your room and have to wait hours until the evening in which Caesar Flickerman portrays everybody's scores, one at a time, all 24. Your score is shown to be the very first. Are you ready to receive your score?
Sure.
There is a commercial break and you have to wait.
Phone lines are open. Call now. Vote for your district champion. Who do you think it will be? Spangle?
Welcome back, Capital. And here is Spangle's score. With a score of 10.
Oh, yeah, is it the score from 1 to 24 or something like that?
12.
1 to 12? But there's 24 people.
It's 1 to 12.
Okay.
Multiple
10.
people couldn't have the same score.
Multiple people, like everybody could have the same number. Yeah. It's just how you scored individually.
Got it.
You scored a 10.
I actually, if I'm like on TV, I'm like offended. I'm visibly mad.
Emerald received a 9.
Like, oh, that sounds right.
The male from 2, whose name is Nail, received a 7, which is the all-time low from District 2 ever. Cinder, the girl from 2, received an 8. For District 4, the male who did really, really well has an 11.
Okay.
And the girl from 4 has a 4.
Short stack.
No, that was from 2. Cinder said that.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm 2 points better than Cinder, so she can.
You notice.
Sorry. Oh, man.
You notice that the tributes, the girl from 3, the girl from 7, the boy from 8, the girl from 11, and the boy from 12 all get either 9s, 10s, or 11s.
Okay. I just want to let you know right now, my character is really unperceptive, and I'm not remembering.
You just get up after your score.
Yeah, basically, like, I'm not remembering any of this. Because I automatically think of all of them as weaker than me, and therefore will die by my hand.
You know what I love is that you're really living up to the 0 intelligence score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I really love that.
All right. Yeah.
All right. One moment, please.
I've made my point.
Your prep team watches you leave and rolls their eyes going, I don't think we've ever had a worse tribute. The last day before the Hunger Games begin, you are in the interviews with Caesar Flickerman.
Okay, this is my okay, never mind. Okay.
Caesar welcomes you on stage. After Emerald has already gone out there and made a splash. Her dress is made of green paint that if she like hits it, a lot of green comes off, so people recognize her
I
as...
don't care.
So then, Caesar Flickerman welcomes you out saying, please excuse the puddles of green. My name is Caesar Dr. Flickerman. Not really. I've heard a great deal about you, George.
First of all, I would like to say thank you for calling me by my actual name, and also it is a pleasure to have you here.
You are on my show, but it is great.
Oh, no. I take the mic from him. I want to make things really clear here. This is the George Washington show, and you are a guest on my show.
3 minutes after your rousing speech, the mic is forcibly taken out of your hands and you are escorted off stage. Your interview is over. You go to sleep that night. Give me a D20 willpower check to see how well you sleep.
I just want to say in that 3-minute spiel that the score of a 10 was fake news. 17. I sleep like a
Give me 1d20, please, on top of that.
16.
Despite your very questionable and controversial method of interviewing, people actually really loved your belligerence versus Caesar Flickerman. It's kind of odd.
He's pompous. I don't like him.
He's actually quite helpful and sweet. Anyway.
I know he is, but, I mean, like, my character doesn't know that. But I know, as a person.
The morning of the games, you are escorted.
I am making this really difficult for you. I'm so sorry.
You are escorted to the dang hovercrafts. You're flown. You are flown by a helicarrier, Marvel reference, and the flight is actually surprisingly short. You land.
Like Cinder.
You land, and you are side by side with Emerald suddenly before.
Surprisingly short.
Before you are all escorted away from each other. Do you have any last thing to say before departing from her?
From Esmeralda?
From Esmeralda, yeah, from Emerald.
Oh. Why do you like green so much?
She says, "It's the color of blood." And she walks away. Do you believe her? Why are you looking at your hand? Are you bleeding right now?
He has notes on his hand.
That's not true. I got this tattooed.
I don't know. Is it? I've never felt pain before.
You have been escorted away
I've
from
never
your
seen
companion.
blood.
You are put into a cell-type room
I'm gonna
in which
kill the first person. I'm gonna go squeamish. and be
in which
like,
there is a table
Okay.
with clothing on it with a note that says, "Please undress completely and get redressed into these clothes."
Mm-hmm.
On the table, there is a thin white T-shirt, a belt that can only be described as a utility belt that allows you 2 additional belt slots.
Oh, I got 4 belt slots?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's part of being just one I've got, I guess.
You also get nondescript black pants with 2 pockets.
Whoa.
And army boots.
Nondescript black pants and army boots? Oh, baby. Do I get any bonuses from those, or just stealth bonuses?
The army boots, I will say that you do not have to worry too much about crossing rugged, rocky terrain, but that is as much as I will tell you.
Okay.
They are thick-soled.
So, I got like a white top, black pants and army boots.
Yes.
And 2 extra belt slots.
Correct.
2 extra. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna write it down. That's like super like I don't know, like level 1 military grunt. Like that's what
There is a voice that goes over the speakers that say, "Please enter the tube."
Have I changed already?
You better have.
What if I don't? I just go out there on my street clothes. That would seem like something I would do.
Okay,
I'm tempted to do it.
I will say that if you do not get changed into
Does
that
my character
uniform,
know the consequences?
Actually,
Actually,
no one knows the consequences. But if you do not, people will forcibly enter the room, drug you, and dress you for you, and put you in the games drugged.
That sounds like a good time. I'm not gonna do it, but that sounds fun. It's tempting for like maybe a future game.
Sure.
If my character has like a drug addiction or something.
You also wouldn't even know that that's a consequence, though, even though I just told Jeff, but the characters would never know.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah.
Do you get dressed?
Yeah, I get dressed.
Enter the tube, please.
All right. Fine. I'm like talking to the recording.
Please put both feet in the pod.
Pod?
Please step into the tube.
Oh, okay. Thank you. English. Yeah.
Please zip up your pants.
Oh, God. Thank you.
You're welcome. And the door slides shut. And without even a bit of hesitation, you are lifted up into the arena. Are you going to play that theme song? No? Okay.
No.
So, the 17th Hunger Games...
It goes... Alright.
The 17th Hunger Games...
Mm-hmm.
looks like... a room.
Oh, is this like a singular room?
You are alone in a singular, decently large room about the size of a house. You are alone. The walls are made of stone. The ground is stone, and the ceiling is vaulted with you can see the angle up into like a ceiling arch.
Yeah.
In front of you, like hovering in midair, is like a techie screen that has the countdown of 60 going steadily down to 0. You know from past games that anybody who steps off this platform before the timer is blown sky high.
Okay.
Give me a D20, please.
So I'm on a platform that's in the middle of this very nice stone room with a digital screen with a countdown.
Correct.
And I have no sight of anyone else because it's a
You
room
are
with four
alone
walls.
in the room.
I rolled a 4.
You have no idea what to make of this situation. You also do not see any items around you that are even remotely helpful.
But how are they unhelpful?
You don't know if you can bring anything with you because you're seeing a table and a chair.
Hey man, weapons. All two-handed table.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Do
2,
I know where
1,
it opens?
and the games begin.
Okay.
You are allowed to step off your platform, and immediately behind the screen that disintegrates, once it hits 0, there is a doorway that leads on.
Now, a doorway that leads on, is it open? Is it archway?
Correct.
And can I see down the archway? Is it like outside or is it just a hallway?
Is a hallway that bends right.
A hallway that bends right.
Yes.
Does my character know from previous games as I've been training, is it like an indoor battle? Like, are we all in a facility?
You have never seen this at all. In the past 16 games, they all rise into a ring in the middle of an arena.
Yeah. Okay. So, knowing this, that this is all completely new to me, my character is so like, sweet bruh. No, just kidding. I'm my character is like, yeah. I'm like super amped up as it's like counting down from 10. And as soon as I see the archway, I like sprint through. And I'm just like looking for the first bit of action possible because I have trained for this moment. The first hands on a weapon, first hands on a piece of armor.
Is it safe to say that you make your way down the hallway?
Oh yeah, I'm sprinting through the archway. Yeah.
You sprint through the archway, you follow the hallway. It is relatively straight once you make the right-hand turn, and you see another room at the end of this hallway, about 20 meters off. Another archway opens, and you see a bunch of light out the other side. Do you make your way out there, or what do you do?
Do I see any other direction to go?
No, you do not. There's not even any windows.
I'm still sprinting.
You
I'm going straight outside.
all the way through, and just as you are thinking that you are about to hit sunlight, you do not. You enter the main foyer of a massive, massive building that looks like a mixture of stone and marble. You still see no one else. The ground is completely polished. It looks like a sundial type of orientation where there's a bunch of like notches and lines, and it's very artistic, but you have 0 intelligence, so you have no appreciation for this.
I'm just like,
so but you are thinking somewhat of the Justice Building, which is like a government center of District 1. Okay. You are thinking this looks very official and very familiar.
Have I been there before?
No.
So I don't recognize the place, I just recognize the architecture?
It is reminiscent of your Justice Building.
Got it. I scan the room for anything helpful. Any doors, windows, items.
So the orientation is somewhere in between a square in shape and a circle. It has like an awkward shape to it that seems to be part of a larger structure. There is 2 stories to it, but you cannot reach the second story. It looks like it gives the impression that there would be staircases somewhere that would lead up there.
Okay, yeah.
To your left, you see a set of glass double doors leading outside. The rest of the room has a series of, I would say, no fewer than 6 other doors leading further into this building. You still see no weapons.
I'm going to go up to the glass and peer around and get Like, I'm not going to leave the building, but I'm going to peer out and see what's going on outside. If I see any other people, or if I see any weapons laying around on the ground, or if I see like a drop, like a crate or something.
You do see one person wandering out there, and what you see as far as the environment goes, Luke, is that there is a far-reaching flat pond. It's long, rectangular in shape, bending straight.
Rectangular pond, like
a
man-made?
rectangular pond, handmade or man-made.
Man-made.
There is grass on either side, and far, far out, you see a structure on the other side of the pond that you can't quite make out because there is a minor fog out there.
Okay.
You see another tribute in the same garb as you, sprinting towards the water of the pond from your right side. You would judge that they are about a football's distance away. You don't know what football is. They're 100 meters away. You also see that immediately outside these glass doors is a staircase leading down to
the lower
pond.
level of this building?
You would say that you are on the first floor. Immediately, if you were to open the glass doors, you would be hitting stairs leading down to the pond.
Down to like the pond. There's like a courtyard area out in front of the building?
Exactly.
Okay. Do I see any items on the person running towards the pond?
It is too far to tell.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's pretty far. Okay. I take in the scenery for half a second, and I go back inside and I scan or search the other rooms and doorways in the building.
So there, I would say... That's ironic. I rolled a 6. There are 6 other doors.
Literally as much and as tempted as I am to chase that person and beat him, I'm not going to. My character is really, really torn, though. This is the hardest decision I've made so far this entire session, by the way. Is where I'm
really honored.
Yeah. I'm going to beat him with my fists or go back inside the building. And I chose to go back inside the building, which seems a little uncharacteristic, honestly.
Kind of.
But, I mean...
But hey, you are weaponless.
I've been sprinting so much, I'm kind of tired. I don't want to, like, run
what are you running from, Jeff?
I'm not running from anything. I'm running towards danger.
What are you running from in your life? Also, what room do you go into? If you were going to look all the way at the far left as number 1, all the way back to the room you came through, there are 6 doorways.
The room I came from is number 6?
Correct.
Okay. So it's 5 other doors?
Correct.
Can I make out any differences between them, or do they all look identical?
They look relatively identical. Maybe 2 or 3 of them have like placards on them that may have once upon a time had some sort of indication of what the room beyond was meant for.
Placards, awesome. All right, well, I'm going to go in order from where I started, so I'm going to hit door number 5.
Perfect. You enter door number 5. It opens easily and smoothly without a slight bit of a creak. You enter.
As I would expect from this one architecture.
And,
superior.
And you find...
Supremium.
You find 18 gold pieces. No, I'm kidding. You find...
My ascot wears an ascot.
You find a weapon.
In this room?
Yes.
Okay, like how big a room are we talking? Like,
it's about the same size as what you rose into.
Oh, okay.
It is covered with red velvet tables. It looks like it was once a museum of some sort, showing off something.
Give me an ancient weapon, please, like a stone axe. Something really crude.
It's a maul, actually.
Great.
M-A-U-L, maul, that is awkwardly placed between a 2-hand and a 1-handed item.
Oh, like a hand and a half type deal? Okay, well, I'm going to wield a 2-handed, so I get all my bonuses for 2-handed style.
It is a 1d8 weapon.
I'm wielding a 2-handed, and it's 1d8? That's fair. Alright, so weapons, a 1.5 handed maul. 1d8 versus probably 1d6 one-handed?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to do 1d6/8. Okay, cool. Is it well made?
No. It's actually, it's pretty crude.
Yeah, whatever. Is there anything else in this room?
There are the red velvet sheets. Give me a d20 cunning check.
3.
You do not notice anything that could be slightly helpful to you. You're bored.
I take some of the velvet sheet Is it like the size of like a regular like blanket?
Like half this tablecloth length, like from not that dangles over, but like from tip to tip.
Oh boy. Just one moment, folks.
Thank you. Be sure to brush teeth.
All right. I take the red velvet and I wrap it around my neck like a cape.
You do so, but it's like a large ascot / small cape.
Perfect. It'll keep me warm. It'll be the color of blood, and that's what I want.
In this nicely temperatured building.
Yes. I like how you say nicely temperatured instead of conditioned.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I now have a red velvet cape, which I'm totally writing down. Red velvet cape. It is purely for intimidation purposes.
Of course.
Yes.
Please give me a D20 intelligence check.
3.
You have no memory
I have no
of what
memory.
I'm about to
Oh, what you were going to tell me? Okay.
I was going to tell you something, now I'm not going to. So,
Okay, great.
there's nothing else in this room that seems remotely interesting.
I go to room number 4, or door number 4.
Room number 4, you find a body.
Of one of the contenders?
No. Good question.
Ooh.
It is a skeleton sitting
Ooh.
behind a desk. The
Oh.
placard is completely white clean, as if somebody used nail polish remover to completely wipe out the memory of who they were. They are wearing something that's reminiscent of an old-style judge's cloak.
So it's a skeleton that's out of a cloak?
Give me a D20, please. Intelligence check.
18.
You realize with certainty that this is not one of the tributes.
Well, I would certainly hope that I can piece that together, considering that it's a freaking skeleton.
Also, there have been no cannons that have been fired.
That too. I search the robes.
They are black robes that add 2 to HP.
Oh, I wear them. I have a red
You are-
velvet cape and judge robes.
Do you do you put the red on top of the black or the black on top of the red?
The red on top of the black.
Interesting. You are getting warm.
I take the red velvet cape off.
You're still warm but not uncomfortable.
It's fine. I like my robes. I'm keeping them.
Do you pocket your red velvet cape?
Yes.
Perfect.
I fold it nicely and I wear it off of my side from a belt slot. So at least there's some red visible on me.
Do you do anything else in this room?
I quickly make adjustments to my character sheet. Sure. Okay. So I have judge robes. I examine the rest of the room. I imagine something else is in here.
He is sitting behind a desk.
I pillaged the crap out of this desk in this room.
You open the drawers and you find 2 pens.
Perfect for stabbing. I take one.
Perfect. You
Actually-
put it on your belt.
I take 2.
Beautiful. You put them on your belt.
Absolutely.
I will allow you to put 2 pens into 1 pocket.
Thank you for your generosity.
You're welcome.
I have 2 fountain pens.
Ballpoint.
You would give me a ballpoint pen. 2 ballpoint pens.
There's nothing else in this room. Actually, oh no, I'm so sorry.
I was
That's
saying,
not true. That's
surely
not true.
there's one of the robes of skeleton.
Yeah,
robes.
you find it. That's my third
pens.
18 in a row, by the way.
Wow.
In another drawer on the other side of this skeleton that also strangely doesn't smell, you find a key card, like a digital credit card type of card.
I take it.
You take it.
What does it say?
Nothing.
It's a blank key card.
And it looks like it's made of like a chrome type of material. Very shiny. Has a bar, like a metallic, magnetic bar that you would swipe like a credit card.
Chrome
But it has
key card.
has no name on it, no anything. It's just.
I
it's what
examined it
is.
to see if it's been polished and removed of, like ink removal and stuff like that, like the placard was.
Cunning check.
Oh
Did
boy.
you find it next to somebody wearing black with a big red letter R?
3.
Y'all don't know shit.
It's my third 3. Okay.
He found it in a drawer of a dead man's desk.
Cool.
When I think of key card, I think of Rocket.
Rocket?
Pokemon. Key card.
Oh.
Gambling Zone.
Got it.
All right. I'm done with this room.
Perfect. You leave the room.
I go to door number 3.
There's someone in the foyer.
Who?
Actually,
Do I recognize them?
it's Emerald.
So, hey, you still want to like team up and stuff?
It's a nice mall.
I asked you a question, stupid.
But where's the JC Penney?
For those of you listening, I made a face at Tommy for that stupid joke.
Did
Sorry,
you,
it's actually a really funny joke.
did you still want to team up?
She asked me.
Yes.
I asked you first.
Yeah, but I was busy with the mall. Was that not clear? Did you want to team up?
It seems you have a beef with me.
No, actually.
Chicken.
I think you're incredibly attractive, actually. You even put up with my weird obsession with green.
Well, it's the color of blood, after all.
Thank you! Oh my god! No
I killed
one
her.
else!
I rolled a 13 plus 4. That's a 17 on my to hit. Do I hit?
It hits.
Great.
Roll damage. By the way, did you throw your weapon by chance?
No.
Okay. That means that you ran towards her because there was a good at least 5 meters between you guys, which means she was like
That's a
talking
minor action.
talking to you. But I know, but she saw you coming, so
Oh,
that
yeah.
could be affected. Anyway, please give me your damage.
7 plus 6 for 13.
You plunge the maul into her chest, which is rather flat, and she
Not my type.
goes down to the ground, grabbing the stock of the weapon with her as she goes down, which kind of brings you down with her.
As I'm going down, I step on her face.
You will have to roll me a significant roll in order to make that actually happen
Like
on your
fluid?
same turn. Yes.
Okay.
So, dex roll.
17 plus 1.
I will allow it. Which means that you cover her mouth. You deal her an additional 2 damage.
Do I break her jaw?
No.
Damn.
She kicks violently, dealing you 1 damage. Beautiful.
I actually laugh out loud, like, for anyone within earshot of a football field distance to hear, as I put all of my weight on her mouth and neck area.
Give me a d20 for your impact. Do you re-lift and kick
No,
or
no,
just
no, no. I'm
crush?
just going for crush. That's 11 plus strength check?
Yes.
17.
What is your strength stat?
6.
You kill her by crushing her jaw down into her spine.
Great.
The cannon fires, and you realize you are the first to create a cannon blast this game.
Super.
You feel, or hope that you feel, your ranking increase, but don't really care.
Yeah.
Then,
I get all the green off of me. I have this weird feeling I'm covered in green now. And
No. Yeah.
Oh my god, my
No.
character violently reacts to the fact that her blood is red. I'm not kidding. I'm like, ah! Yeah.
In all seriousness, when you pull away, the green paint that was on her teeth is on your boot.
I try to, like, wipe it on her, like, clothes.
Yeah. Do you do anything else before she's going to get scooped away?
I loot her.
Perfect. D20 cunning.
11?
11. You find one granola bar.
Sweet, man. Totally kidding. Oh, it'd be really funny if I just ate it right away.
That would be really funny.
Like,
No,
sweet.
she only found that one item. That's it. You also see, now you suddenly just don't care, you see that door number 1 is ajar.
When I first ran into her in the foyer, as you say, could I tell what direction she was coming from?
She was standing in the middle at that point.
Okay, because I would say that's a very smart Jeff question, and it's okay if you tell my character that he has no idea.
No, she was motionless, kind of looking around like you had at the very beginning.
Okay, well then I go, ooh! And I go over to the door number 1, I go, you in here? Because I'm like really excited after killing someone.
No one answers, surprisingly.
Oh. Yeah. I said, is there anyone in here?
The cannon goes off again.
Oh.
And for a second,
Did you wet themselves really hard?
For a second,
and die?
you wondered if you died.
No.
Then you remembered, oh wait, that's ridiculous. And you didn't.
Okay.
Okay.
I examined the rest of the room.
Wonderful. It is filled with tables, it's darker in color than the place that you came from. It looked like an antechamber to another area, like a place where you would like change clothes before going into a meeting. There is another door like diagonally away from where you're entering.
Oh. First room that has another door, aside from the one I started in. Enticing. I put that in the memory bank. And I try to tell if this room is missing a granola bar.
There are a bunch of tables with open drawers.
I think that since we're District 1, she started in behind door number 1. Yeah. Okay, I go to door number 2. I'm saving the third one for last. Best for last. Middle one. Or like the left middle. Because there's 6. And there's no middle in an even number. Because you just have 2 pairs of 3. So yeah.
Door number 2 is locked.
I kick that shit in.
Strength check.
Don't tell me something's locked. Actually, I use my maul. It's crude. Never mind. I use my foot. 5 plus 6 is 11.
Your foot hurts.
Stupid capital city District 1 superior supremium architecture. God, my foot hurts, and I go to door number 3.
Cunning check, please.
I have no idea.
Perfect.
It's probably not even a door. What am I staring at?
It eats you. It
Is
was
it
a mimic.
mimic?
Do you move on to door number 3?
Yes. Although now I'm really questioning why I rolled the cunning check.
You go to door number 3, and
Okay.
as soon as you try to open it, and your hand clutches around the doorknob, another cannon fires.
Oh.
You start to wonder if you're killing these people by opening doors.
Of course. I'm the best.
Wonderful. Selecting a random one. Moving on. You open, and it's a staircase leading upward.
The second floor's gotta have better loot, man. I go up.
You go up, and you reach a platform area in which there is another tribute platform.
Tribute platform.
Empty.
Okay. Empty tribute platform. So someone started up here. Maybe the second door was locked by the other tribute. Maybe 3 tributes started in here. Okay. So aside from this platform on the second floor, are there other ways to go aside from just downstairs?
There's
again?
one. So as soon as you reach this platform top and you see that they were there, there's immediately on your left and right 2 more doors that look blatantly like. The word that comes to mind is office doors.
Okay.
Like they look straight out of the Justice Building.
Okay. I go to the left office door.
To the left office
Yeah.
door. You open it. and you are hit with a kind of a thick smell of dust and mildew.
Oh,
It is a bunch
God.
of filing cabinets, old papers, and documents from you have no idea what.
God, I wish I could light this on fire.
It is this opening area that's kind of small and rectangular, and then there's like a glass wall, like a wooden glass wall made of opaque glass that leads into another area of more files. Give me give me an intelligence check.
5. I'm rolling very appropriately for my character.
Yes, a very, very, very faint voice in your head from a trainer long, long ago that you actually thought was quite stupid because they weren't teaching you how to murder, told you some people like to hide papers.
Some
and
people
maybe
like to.
behind tall stacks of.
Some people like to high five papers.
Yes. That is what your bro told you when you both failed the test.
I go to a large stack of papers
Mm-hmm.
and I high five it as hard as I can.
Strength check, please.
I never thought in my life I would ever utter the sentence I high five a stack of papers.
Let alone that you rolled a 16 when you did that?
That was a 10 plus 6 is 16, yeah.
So, you high five it, and you realize that you knock it over into a lamp, which then falls against the wall, which breaks the light bulb within, which then causes the other paper, or then the other papers kind of fall sideways that knock over another stack. At the end of everything, when everything is actually hushed, you cause quite a bit of a ruckus that requires you to give another cunning check.
18.
In a surprisingly bright spot for you, you realize that whoever, if they are still up on this level, likely heard that.
Well, that's a good thing, because now I can kill them. I don't have to look for them. I'll let them come to me.
Why are you talking like that?
That's how I always talk. What are you talking about?
Do you do anything to prepare for the possible incoming of another tribute?
I try to heal my 1 missing HP,
How?
focusing really hard on where she kicked me.
Give me a willpower check.
8.
You fart.
Damn it. Now it's musty, dusty, and farty in here.
Yes. Do you do anything else?
I don't have good smelling farts. I leave. I go right back out the door and I head towards the right office door.
Excellent.
Confidently. Long sweeping strides.
So you make it past the tribute platform and go to the right entrance? Is that right?
Yeah. The one that was formerly the right door to me as I peered over the balcony.
It is open.
Oh!
And you find yourself in an outdoor patio area.
I loved outdoors.
Yes, it is kind of bending in a very light semicircle, kind of bending with the building.
Oh.
It is looking out into a back courtyard that has a very beautiful garden, even has a fountain out there. And you hear the sound of clattering weapons against each other, indicating that somebody's fighting.
Ooh!
And
fun.
just as you are maybe moving to go like, what? Fight? You are jumped.
By who? Who can better me?
What is your defense, sir?
With my two-handed weapon equipped, it is 10.
Perfect. They miss you. Not even like hit you and you block. They just blatantly miss by aiming strike down behind your back. You see, and by turning, look at them, it is the 13-year-old from District 10.
Oh, the poor person.
The male, yes.
Oh,
Livestock, by the way.
great. What weapon did he miss me with?
A large knife, aka a sword. No.
A sword? He has a sword?
No, it was a dirk about 10, 11 inches long.
Oh, it's like a friggin'
A dagger.
sword.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to say
Yeah.
dagger. I don't know why I said dirk.
Dirk makes sense.
Okay, either
Yeah.
one. It's a double, like two,
Yeah.
bladed on two sides though,
Yeah.
not, yeah.
Yeah, the double edge, yeah,
Thank you.
dirk, yeah.
Alright.
Cool. Immediately as I look upon his poor face, do I see anything else upon his body? Any armor, any goods?
You will have to give me a
Shield.
considerable cunning check in order to do that because you are now in battle.
10. I go like,
You notice that he's wearing clothes.
Oh. My clothes?
No, his clothes.
Starting clothes.
Yes.
Oh, he's poor, that's right. He can't afford nice things like me.
I hate District 1, Jeff.
District 1 Jeff is a blessing. I am supreme.
What do you do, Jeff? You've given up your minor action by trying to detect more of him.
Right. I tell him as I swing my maul at his face that...
You cannot say anything. You've already done your minor action.
Oh, that's right. I'm tempted to actually just say something. Anyway.
Do it.
No. I just stand there as he misses me. I look him up and down and I just start talking.
You can't hit me.
Oh, damn. You actually hit me. Not fair. All right. I attack him. Called shot. To the side of the head. Horizontal swing. Oh, it was a 20. Did you see?
I did see that.
Did you see?
I did.
Okay, well, it's a 2 plus 1 is 3 minus... Well, actually, wait. It's a 2
That was a called
plus 1 plus 3 because it's two-handed style, so that's 2 plus 4 is 6.
It still misses. He hits you.
Of course he does.
He deals 5 damage to your stomach by slicing you pretty deep into the stomach fold of your fat.
The fuck are you calling fat?
This kid.
He called me fat?
Yes.
Like for real?
Yes.
Well, I call him poor.
That's your minor action.
I just called him poor. Like he slices me through something. You're poor, kiddo. Just hit him.
Oh my god.
This one's gonna be the dome checker. A vertical swing to the top of the head with my maul. Kyle! Call shot. God. 3. So that's a 7. I'm not doing too well.
Miss.
Yeah.
He hits you again.
If this kid kills me with a knife, I'm gonna be so mad.
Then stop doing called shots!
But that's so much more fun. My character would do that.
I know. He deals 6 damage to you.
What a stupid kid. Alright. Fine. No called shot. I attack. Another 3.
It hits.
7. Oh, wow.
Roll damage, please.
I'm not below half HP. Damn. So 3 plus 6 is 9.
You deal 9 damage and he flies against the wall. But not enough for him to, like, be staggered. Like, he like, is hit. And he's like, like, blade forward, like, walking straight towards you, trying to stab you.
Okay. Is that his turn?
What's your defense again?
10.
He misses.
Okay. As he misses with his running stabby shot, I just, like, sidestep, and does he go over the edge?
He's not
okay.
going towards the balcony.
Okay,
no.
okay. Because I was like, that'd be really funny. All right. So as he misses, I go, that's 20.
You crush his skull in, very similar to what you did to Emerald, except it's a Mortal Kombat type of thing where you, from up to down, go down.
So his brain is in his mouth. Cool.
Yes, his skull's now in his heart. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
What's wrong?
Oh.
Not you
Does she not like the graphic violence?
No, it must be something else.
Oh, okay.
So, the cannon fires. And then as soon as that cannon fires, another one fires. And you notice the clanging outside is over.
I go over to the balcony. Oh, Romeo, Romeo. Hey, you bleeding?
Yeah?
Cool, you want to fight?
No.
Come up here. Come on. I want to hit you.
There is silence.
Are they running?
There is silence.
I don't see them?
There is silence.
Okay. As I examine the area outside, like the courtyard area, around where the clashing was. Do I see anyone? Do I see a body?
You do see a body.
And I don't see anyone else? So they probably took off running. Damn. Do I see a trail of blood that they're leaving behind?
No.
That's the one that got away. I pilfer through the poor District 10 male kid's stuff before he gets scooped away.
You find the knife.
Great.
You find clothing. And you find... Ooh. You find an apple.
Okay, does food have any healing benefit, or is it just
Yes.
for... Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, I've got to do some stuff here. So first off, I have a freaking apple and a granola bar. Hello. And I have a dirk. What's the stats on a dirk?
1d4.
1d4 dagger. Super. Can I use that as a throwing weapon?
Yeah, if you wanted to.
Awesome. If I get tempted, I might. Or I'm just kidding. You're really stupid for my
Dual
character.
wield a maul and no, a pen and a knife. Just dual wield the pens, bro.
That'd be so funny. It's a 1d2 puncture damage. All right. Do I know the restorative benefits of the apple or granola bar?
No.
I eat the apple because it's perishable.
Give me a d6.
A 2.
You heal for 4.
I consume the apple and I heal for 4 HP. And I feel sated. Great. I'm very, very happy that I've killed younglings. And I examine the rest of the balcony for anything useful before I go track this guy down who just got out of a fight, who apparently is not leaving behind a trail of blood. God damn it.
Yeah. It really sucks, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very upset about that.
Uh-huh.
I'm like a shark. Can I sniff him out? Can I...
If you really want to, I will never say that you can't.
No. I attempt to smell. I'm sorry.
What do you do? By the way, when they get scooped away, usually in the Hunger Games, there's an airship that comes in with a hook that descends, grabs the body, and it carries them off. This time, they're sliding away into the ground. Like a panel in the ground is opening, and they're sliding away.
How many friggin' panels? It seems so inefficient.
Try not to think about it.
Well, that's easy for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so the rest of the balcony. Is there anything out here that's useful?
Chairs and tables.
Well, I mean... I bust apart like a wooden... Are they wooden?
Yeah.
I bust apart like a wooden chair and I take some, like, kindling for a fire.
Okay, you have 3 kindling.
Great. So is kindling like a race?
Yes.
They're wood people. Part of me just like wants to like jump off the balcony, be like, ah.
You can.
I don't want to. I mean, is it that big of a drop? Like, I mean,
It's a story.
I imagine
so-
it's a pretty big drop. So
Yeah,
no, I'm
yeah,
not
so at
gonna-
least 10 feet.
Yeah. I got army boots on. I'm kidding.
Land on a tree.
I think there's still, there's still another door. Third
No,
door.
you've seen all doors now, except for the locked one.
Except for the
which
locked.
is 2.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about. I want to see if it's still locked. I go downstairs and I check door number 2 again.
It is locked.
I attempt to pick the lock with a dirk.
You may do so. Use a dex check, please.
But if I think the dirk is gonna break or something, I stop. Just let you know.
Okay.
6 plus 1.
No.
Okay, that's fair. I go, and I leave out the glass doors. I like stroll out in the courtyard like.
As soon as you open the glass doors and leave the building, you are hit with a very nice, crisp coastal breeze.
Oh, good. That cools me down from all these hot robes I'm wearing.
Absolutely.
I examine the dead body.
What dead body?
Oh, yeah, I got scooped.
Yeah.
I look really closely for a trail of blood that I might not have seen from the balcony.
Oh, wait, are you... Oh, the balcony was facing the opposite direction. I'm sorry. Maybe I should have mapped that incorrectly. So the stairway leading down to, like, the pond, that was on the other side of the building you were in from the balcony that was up. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I go to where the body was.
So you go all the way around the building? Yeah. Okay. D20, please. Cunning check.
10.
You see no one and nothing. The body that you saw from above has been slid away.
Give me a description of the scenery behind that building.
There is a very large garden in which there is a sign, actually, that if you want to read it, you can, that commemorate the Kennedy Garden.
Oh. I don't know who that is.
I know.
Do you love my character?
Yes.
Great.
Can't wait to kill it.
You referred to me as an it, and I take offense to that.
Because you're hardly male.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Jerk.
It is a very lush garden. No flowers are blooming this time, but a lot of hedges and oval shaped trees and very clean smell. This is an area where a lot of people could probably enjoy tea time, but there's nobody to enjoy tea time.
Oh, there's other tributes that might be enjoying some tea right now. That sounds delightful.
Tea made from blood.
How weird would it be if I just took up gardening right now?
Very, considering you have no gardening tools.
My hands,
the person with the green thumb was Emerald, and you killed her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she lied to me.
No.
Blood is red.
Well, she also could have just been dumb.
Oh. Well, now I feel better for killing her.
Good.
Yeah.
Shall we move on?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm totally sidetracking.
A little
now. Yeah. Thinking about what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want to know if I want to go deeper in the gardens where I think the person who was wounded from battle ran off to. Seems like a good hiding place with tall hedges and stuff.
I will try to map this a bit more.
Back around the other way and going down towards the lake and the building at a distance with the fog.
Yes. If you go
fun.
further into the gardens, there is a hill that sort of cups it around in a curved area. So it's kind of in a basin. The garden is.
I can picture it. Yeah.
And so then the basin from the opposite direction of where the Misty building was. So the Misty building, pond, the building you were in, gardens. Now on the other side of that, there is a hill that slopes up. So it's part of the bowl, but it slopes up that you could potentially go up. So
do I see anything of interest on top of the hill?
You cannot tell.
Or just a grassy knoll?
Just grassy knoll. But you could climb it.
I hope you guys realize I threw in the word grassy knoll because of the Kennedy Garden. I don't know if you missed the joke or what, or if you're just trying to not to humor me. But I thought it was pretty cool.
That was pretty funny.
Thank you. Too bad I don't have a gun.
So
I'm just saying, the statistical
go?
advantage of having a gun in this situation would be really good. One of those capital pistols with.
Where does Spangle go?
George, thank you.
Spangle.
George.
Spangle goes where?
Decides to go through the garden with the intention of going up the hill if I don't find anyone in the garden.
Cunning check, please.
And my ears are attuned to any rustling of foliage of someone trying to hide from me. 17.
17.
Yes.
One more true check, please.
True check. 16.
You see a tribute trying to sprint for that hill.
From the garden?
From the they're in the garden with you.
Yeah.
Say that there is a middle path leading directly
I
for
see.
that hill. It's like they divert into that same pathway with you, don't see you, and just sprint for that hill. Or maybe they did see you. They can't really tell, but their back is to you.
Yeah. Opportunity to throw my dirk.
It's true.
Doing it. I say, hey! Like right before I throw my dirk to see if I get them to like slow down a little bit.
D20 real quick.
17.
Woo-hoo! They cower and actually lose momentum. So,
And
here
then
we go.
as they cower, I throw my dirk at them. With a 3.
Oh!
Yeah. Plus 1. Plus no other bonuses because I don't have throwing. So a 4.
It misses.
Yeah.
And lands on the path.
Yeah, I just gave him a weapon. I'm running at them.
Near him.
Yeah, I'm running
So
at the
he
dirk.
sees it, goes, whoo! And then sees it, looks back at you, and bends down to pick it up.
No, I'm sprinting at him like...
D20 dex check.
I am going to try and intimidate as I'm running. Like, you pick that up, you die. Or you can run, you might be faster than me. Which is a really smart thing for my character to say. But I'm saying... 3. What's up with these 3s, man?
Gosh.
I'm like, hey, if you pick it up, I'm going to kill you.
Once you are on him, he has it and is back with it in his hand, looking back at you. The blade is pointing towards you.
I slow down so I don't impale myself.
And do what?
I go, okay, well, I'm going to fight you now. Like, are you ready to die? Stupid, you could have got away from me.
He says, I've already killed one, you'll be easy.
No, that means you're wounded.
So are you.
No, I'm not.
How's your blubber?
What was that?
He
I couldn't
ra-
hear you under the sound of my awesomeness.
He raises the knife higher.
Oh, what are you going to do? You gonna
Kill
attack me?
you.
Oh. Go ahead. Come
You
at
are
me.
the worst at comebacks, aren't you?
I've heard worse. I'm role playing my character. Come on, man. Who is this guy? Do I recognize him?
He is from agriculture. He's
Stupid fart boy. You're dead. Okay, 9 plus 4 is
he
13.
He attacked first.
No, he didn't.
He has higher dex.
Okay, fine. And I told him to attack me anyway, so whatever. I let him attack first. I'm making it known that I let him attack first because it was my idea.
He throws the dirk back at you. It cuts you across the shoulder for 4 damage,
What a bitch.
and then it comes at you with another blade and tries to stab you, gets the side of your arm, and deals you another 1 damage.
I crush him.
Your turn. What'd you
Oh
roll?
yeah, I rolled a 9 already. Do you want to keep
Oh,
that
yeah,
roll?
that hits. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, 9 plus 4
Unless you
is...
want to choose to roll.
Okay, so 9 plus 4 is 13.
Yeah, it
hits?
hits.
Cool. His damage dropped me close to half, but not quite. For 5 plus 6 is 11 damage.
How do you kill him?
Oh. I taunt him to death. As my maul hits him, I go, oh, were you going to kill me? Oh.
You mock him as your maul crushes his skull, again with the skull crushing spangle.
It's kind of
And
my
your
thing.
and your head and his head is in between your maul and the hedge bush. As he's bleeding out, you mock him for not having green blood.
That sounds like something I would do, man.
The cannon fires soon after you do this, and you realize you've lost count over how many kills you've had.
That makes sense. So now I have 2 dirks. I have both dirks on my belt.
Correct.
I
They both
searched-
look of almost identical quality too.
Great. I searched the rest of them. For
The
his
rest of him,
remains.
let me see if he has anything.
You had to loot the other guy.
That's true. I just realized that too. Oh wow, he definitely has something.
He's like, he has a better weapon. Weird. Why didn't use that? He had a 2-handed axe the whole time. He could
He
have done
has
a lot of damage.
he has a pack of dried prunes
Oh.
and
Okay, for character style, like as soon as I find the prunes, I'm just like eating them. I like eating them immediately.
they heal you for 6 because there's a lot of them. Yeah,
Sweet.
it's a flat amount. And that's what the 6 is. He had some medicine on him.
What kind of medicine? I examine it.
It's a wrap, so it's like,
Bandages?
Yes.
Like just bandages?
Yes.
Okay. I put the bandages in my inventory. How many?
Just one long roll, which could cover a large area.
Got it. Roll of gauze.
Yes.
Forgot how to spell gauze for a second. Jesus. Okay. Cool.
So a roll of gauze can either stop bleed damage or it can heal a wound that you have been dealt, healing your HP back a certain amount.
That's extremely beneficial.
I know.
Holy crap. Okay.
Hence why I got 2 6s on his roll for loot.
Is my not fat still bleeding?
Yes.
Am I going to take damage over time from this?
Eventually.
I wrap my stomach.
Okay. So you neutralize. I will give you 2 HP back, and it will neutralize the bleed that would have happened.
Super. That's extremely effective. I use the entire roll.
Yes, because it's your stomach.
Yeah, man. Okay, that's fair. Alright. So now I look like a badass. Got like gauze all over my stomach, and I'm like.
But nobody can see it underneath your black robe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I leave the black robe on. As much as I want to show it off. But, yeah. The 2 HP bonus is nice.
Yeah.
Brings me up to 32, which is a stupid amount of HP for a level 1 character. But hey.
Yeah.
It's all good. I'm like really satisfied with myself.
Sure.
And I go towards the lake. And I'm going to go towards the big building with the fog.
You hear the cannon go off again.
I have no idea how many people are left. I don't know, there's like 10, 15.
You won't know until tonight. So you make your way back around the building, and a few hours have passed now. So the sun's actually going down, and the fog therefore is actually starting to dissipate.
Wait, a few hours have passed since I stepped off the platform.
It was a large building.
To me, going toward the lake on the front side of the building now.
Yes. From the very beginning of this game to everything that you've done, at least 2 hours have passed. And you started the game around 12.
Okay. Alright.
I know, time flies when you're killing kids.
Yeah. It's great fun. We should try it sometime.
So, you reach the pond area, and it is beautiful, sleek, looks almost like it's made of ice because it barely trembles.
Ooh, I like that. That's
Give
a good
me
description.
a D20 kind of check. Actually, intelligence.
Doesn't make a difference to me. 10.
You have a vague feeling that this is a very open and vulnerable spot for you to be standing. Give me another cunning check.
14.
You are suddenly aware that you were wrong about that building yonder being the only building yonder. There could be something beyond that, but also if you look left and you look right, there you are being straddled by more buildings. It is only now when you are in this position that you realize this arena is literally inside of a city.
Oh, okay. Can I like evacuate the city? It's weird.
It is not your home.
Right. Do I recognize the city? Have I been here?
Intelligence.
Fuck, I know. It was 18. 4.
You feel like you should know this place.
Which building is closest, or are they equidistant from where I'm standing? Of the 3 buildings.
Oh, the closest appears to be the one that's through the fog.
Oh. Well, I will go there. And since I'm in an open area, I'm going to kind of pick up my pace a little bit.
Okay, dex check, please.
And I'm running alongside the edge of the water.
Left or right? It does matter.
Left.
Okay.
And what kind of check?
Dex.
6 plus 1 is 7.
Beautiful. You make it all the way to the other side, feeling a bit winded because it was farther than you thought. No one intercepted. You didn't even hear a sound of anybody across the water.
Of course, everyone's scared of me.
You would have heard something across the water.
Oh, sure. Oh,
yeah. Intelligence check, please.
11.
You realize there's water next to you. And if you have the right tactics or tools, it could be drinking water. You are quite thirsty after killing 4 or 5 people. You
Yeah, I have
lost
no
track.
idea. I killed a bunch. I don't know, like 10. I mean, I don't really have anything to, like, take in water.
Correct.
I mean, I guess I can use my hands.
Correct.
Does it look like clean water?
Relatively. It is a man-made pond. Completely rectangular in shape, not a natural pond that like has
It's like moss
muck
and stuff in it?
No.
Oh.
It is relatively clear.
Relatively. So I drink the water. Well, if my character is thirsty and stupid, I wouldn't even question it. So I drink. I do like the gazelle at the oasis, like go up to the water on all fours and like.
So Nala from Lion King, looking sensually up at Simba after a while.
Nah, without the sensual part.
I'm going to imagine that you sensually look up at a lion that's not there.
That's fair.
You believe that you detect poison from the water.
I go, fuck.
But you drink so little
Yeah.
that you're not that worried.
I go, alright, well, at least I'm quenched, kinda. Am I?
No.
Well, that's not very helpful. I wish I had something to... Do I recall seeing any, like, cups
No.
from the building? not that I want to drink this water, but for future water.
No.
Future water. Cleaner and more efficient than ancient water. Sorry. This is green water. It's like, you know, organic.
Where would you like to go, Jeff?
To the organic water center. I'm going to use my water bending and collect the fog and drink that.
Okay.
And then I will go to the building shrouded in fog.
Beautiful. You make it there relatively easily. I'm not even going to roll because it's like right
It's
there.
like right there, yeah.
As you make it through, you realize it is a tower of sorts that is quite thin, like much thinner than the tribute tower. It is 4-sided, and at the very top, it ends in kind of a pyramid-shaped peak, where the 4 sides triangulate into one point.
Wait, are you telling me that I just stumbled upon the Washington Monument?
Did you?
I think I did. I think this is exactly the Washington Monument. Because I know that the Washington Monument has a gigantic rectangular lake in front of it. But this is Jeff talking. But not George Washington talking.
Now, returning to George Washington, he would go, "Oh, that's quite swell. I can't drink the water, though."
Probably has like chlorine and stuff in there. Probably shouldn't drink it. I'm probably fine.
Yeah,
It's just
I don't
chlorine.
know. Maybe.
It's a weird aftertaste. The Washington Monument is a tower, and me as a person, I'm pretty sure that there's no doors or anything in order to go into the Washington Monument, because I'm pretty sure it's just a big obelisk.
From this area, you cannot make out any door. However,
I'm pretty sure that it's
However, 2 people emerge from behind the obelisk, one on either side, coming toward you.
Are they partners?
They don't seem to be villainous towards each other,
How are they approaching me?
with weapons drawn. One has a little hand scythe thing, like, because the formula has to go, Jeff, that in every single one of my games
know.
there has to be a scythe.
Hand scythe, yeah.
This is a game. So,
Or a comma?
a comma, sure,
Yeah.
which is a miniature scythe.
Yeah.
The girl has a comma that she's awkwardly holding in her 12-year-old hands.
Oh, it's the really unskilled person.
No, you've actually never talked to her.
I thought the 12-year-old that was unskilled was Cinder or something like that.
She is one of them. And then the boy is a 17-year-old named Bono, who is holding a sword, and he looks decently, like, okay at holding it, and they're approaching you, trying to look determined, but also looking quite nervous about approaching a career.
I tell the guy with the sword, I'm like, yeah, listen up. Kill that bitch, and I won't kill you.
Cunning check.
A 3. Another 3 on a cunning check.
Fuck you, and fuck all of your district.
What? I couldn't hear you over the sound of my awesome.
Oh my god.
Do I make him so mad that he becomes unwieldy with his weapon?
He flinches in disgust as the girl looks at him for like affirmation, like, do I throw it now? And he turns to her and says, it's not a throwing weapon. And she's like, oh.
Well, I can tell you right now, being the superior person that I am, that is a throwing weapon, and he's wrong.
He charges you.
Idiot. Are you going to throw it or what?
Dealing you 6 damage.
Oh my god, he like actually charged me. Okay, cool, whatever. I take the damage.
Oh, she tries to throw it too.
Oh, great.
Ooh, she misses.
Super.
It whizzes by you like a yard over your shoulder. You're like, great.
Super, you're now defenseless. My plan all along. But now I have this dude, this dickbag, swinging a sword at me, which I'm gonna fight now, apparently. Idiot. Like, again, you can kill her and I'll, like, team up with you or whatever, but okay. I swing my maul at
No,
him.
you won't. You betray him as soon as you turn your back on him.
Would I? Oh,
Yes. You take his sword.
whatever. I land at nothing, apparently. 2 plus 4 is 6.
Actually, it is.
Oh, wow, because he has no evasion. Super.
Damage, please.
Well, fuck you and all of your unskilled ass district. 8 damage.
8 damage. He backs up, surprised at how much it hurts.
Yeah, because I'm strong. And you should have listened.
He makes a very quick decision to try to stab you. Let's see if it actually works first. Ooh, it doesn't. D20, please.
19. It's my best roll. Or actually,
I will
did roll
grant
20.
you the ability to blade grasp in this moment.
Blade grasp would just be catch the blade, and then I like.
In other words, like, you can catch it in the stock of your hand, or of your weapon, and grab the handle out of his hand.
I do that.
You now have the sword.
And the maul.
And the maul.
Is it a one-handed sword?
Yes. He was holding it two-handed unnecessarily. Mary, the girl, screams at this transaction.
Yeah. You should probably run.
And she does run.
Look at her like,
you should probably run. And she's a fast runner.
Oh, well, whatever. She'll die. No food out there.
Bono looks
Poisoned water.
horrified. What do you do? For those listening, he had a very condescending look on his face.
Yeah. What did you say about my district again? And then as soon as he opens his mouth to answer, I kill him. Not with the sword, but with my maul.
Of course.
I actually drop the sword and use my maul two-handed.
Throw it into the pond.
I don't throw it in the pond, but I use my maul two-handed.
Damage.
And yeah, that's a 17. And the damage is
you kill him.
8 plus 6 is for 14 damage.
You kill him.
Yeah, he's dead.
You, I will say, cave in his ribcage.
Cool.
And it pierces through his own heart.
Yeah.
And he collapses on his back as the blast rings out. You can still see Mary running away towards the left side buildings.
Hey, yo!
She does not stop.
Hey, yo! I won't kill you. Just come back.
That's a lie, my wife says. Come on! She actually stops. I have to obey this stupid dice. Okay, she stops.
Come here. I'm doing like that.
Oh, she doesn't.
She just stays her ground.
She stays around and actually starts to back up again.
Why are you back?
Because she sees him dead.
I was looking for a partner this whole time. Your stupid friend didn't want to partner with me, so now you're left.
She screams, "I'm easy prey for you, and we both know it." And then keeps running.
If you're easy prey, you want a strong companion, stupid.
Gone.
Whatever, fuck it. Oh, that's my chance to kill her. Whatever. She can go die. Still starved to death. Whatever. I pick up the sword again.
Hell yeah.
And I put the sword on my belt.
The D6.
Replacing the 2 ballpoint pens. I have 2 ballpoint pens in my inventory. And a what kind of sword?
It is a D6 longsword.
I thought longswords are 2d4.
I'm making this a D6.
Okay. Longsword 1d6. Cool. I have a red velvet cape, a longsword, and 2 dirks on my belt. Like, totally stacked, bro. Although I'm kind of hurting for that battle, so I wolfed down my granola bar.
Yeah. I will say now that it's taken some time for you to get over here, so it is twilight, quickly approaching dark.
How much does a granola bar heal me?
How much does the granola bar heal you? Roll
Yeah.
a D4, please.
1.
It healed you for 2 HP.
Okay. Well, that's something. I loot the stupid kid.
He had found some rope.
Oh, rope.
It was only about 2 meters long, about the thickness of 2 fingers.
That's actually pretty thick rope.
And he had it slung around his neck and hip, if that makes sense. Like, diagonal across it.
Yeah. So I got 2 meters of rope. Did you have anything else other than the rope and sword?
No, that is it. You can assume that she held something more valuable, but she is gone now.
Yeah, whatever. I go try and find the comma.
The comma is towards the water, but not in the water.
Okay. What's its stats?
1d4. It is a throwing item.
It is? So I was right.
No, you perceive it as correct. Therefore, it is a throwing weapon for you.
Of course it'd be a throwing weapon with its slope and its curvature. Of course. Yeah, I freaking replaced one of my dirks on my belt. So dirt 1, 4, and comma. Okay, cool. Well, that's about it. I go back behind like the monument where they came from to see if they had like a little like camp or something.
Okay.
I could examine the stuff behind the monument, see if there's anything useful.
There was nothing behind there. Actually, no, there would be nothing behind there.
Okay, well, as it's getting dark, I'm gonna wait for like actual night before I go back out. Oh, the corpse is gone. Damn, I got scalped.
Which one?
The boy.
It's still there because you haven't moved.
What do you mean? I went behind the monument.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah,
it's kind of a gray area. Hold on.
Yeah.
It is gone.
Yeah. I was gonna try and like cleave some of his meat off of him, but whatever. I gotta eat, man. I told you. Spoiler alert earlier when we eat kids. George Washington's a cannibal, man. Whatever, I can eat a little girl. Doesn't matter. You're so horrified.
What do you do, Jeff?
Well, I need to look for like some place to like chill out. Good like hiding place or something. Kind of want to go to that big building and like sleep in there or something. Because I know I'm going to need to sleep eventually. It's like dusk right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been up for like 8 hours in the game.
6
hours in the game. Okay, so yeah, I'm not super tired. I'm just kind of probably winded and a little wounded from all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
I drank some chlorine. It's cool. I really need water. Do I recognize any of the surrounding buildings as being like, oh, it looks like there would be a fountain there or something?
There was a fountain back behind the building in which there were the gardens.
That's probably chlorine water too. Were there drinking fountains?
You
big building.
You didn't notice any.
Seems like the place that would have drinking fountains because it's like a workplace, office building. Yeah, they probably have like drinking fountains and like bathrooms and stuff. Just drink out of like faucet and one of those. Yeah, it's probably the best idea for me right now is to look for like a bathroom in one of those places. I do that.
Okay.
I leave the monument, go back to the building I started from, and look for a faucet, essentially, like a bathroom or something.
D20 check, please.
I just make note of where that girl ran off to. She went to the left building.
Yes.
Yeah. Left from when I was approaching the monuments.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. 11.
Okay.
What kind of check was that again?
I didn't tell you.
Oh.
So you make it there, and you can open the glass doors or make it your way back around.
I just go straight through the glass doors.
You open the glass doors. It is colder in here now that the sun has fallen.
Oh.
There are no bodies. There is no movement.
Great. I'm actually comfortable in my robes now. That's a plus.
Yes.
I quickly go around looking for a bathroom.
D20 cunning.
4.
The only room that you feel like you have not gone through is the locked one.
Which is probably the bathroom. Assuming it's the bathroom. What kind of a lock is it?
You can't
Deadbolt?
tell. You can't tell.
That's frustrating, man. Really need to get behind there. I can't tell how it's locked. There could literally be someone behind there, like just holding it closed for all I fucking know. I'm gonna see if there's someone in there. I'm gonna do a listen check. I'm gonna walk up to the door slowly and listen.
Cunning check.
17.
You are quite sure that there is no sound.
Okay. I need to figure out how to open this damn door. Could crush it. I mean, I would have a sword as a backup. I'm very, very fond of my maul, though. It's a very good weapon.
Give me another D20 check.
12.
You are certain that there is something that you're missing here.
Am I so stupid that I was trying to open it in the wrong direction? Like a push versus a pull door?
No.
Okay. Okay. Just want to make sure. Or maybe it said, like, push.
No.
What does it say? Push or pull? I'm missing something. I'm certain I'm missing something. Oh, I have a key card. My cutting check is awful, and I probably missed the spot where I was going to swipe the key card. I try to open the door using my chromed key card
How?
by
Actually,
looking for a
I don't
spot
even
to
do that.
swipe because it has a magnetic strip.
There is no place to swipe, but as soon as you wave it in front of the doorknob, it unlocks.
Whoa. I open it.
You open it, and there is an LED flickering behind the door that awakens into a brighter light, like how that started, like you turn on the light, it goes zzz, zzz, zzz.
Oh, yeah.
That
Sure.
kind of thing
Yeah.
happens, and you look in there, and you keep walking in, and you're in a kitchen.
Oh, super. This is like the best thing that could have happened.
There's a sink, there's a fridge, there's a couch, there's a table.
Well, I imagine I'm really thirsty, so I'm just going to immediately drink from the faucet.
You do
straight
so.
up, just to quench myself before I start examining everything.
Sure.
And then I just go through everything and just look for food, like utensils, stuff that can help me out in the wild.
You are immediately satisfied with the amount of water that you have. You find a water bottle inside of the fridge. You find a sandwich. You find
Perfect.
slices of watermelon. And you
Oh my
find
God.
grapes in a bag, ready and waiting for you. The couch has a pillow and a blanket.
When I close the door, does it lock?
You can't tell.
I will trust that it does. Well, I sleep until morning in order to try and restore some of my wounds, because I don't want to necessarily eat everything, because I can use it out on the run. And I want to see who dies overnight. It'll
Okay.
be fun.
Okay. Give me a d20 check, please.
17.
You begin to rest before you are. Remember that normally in the evening there is a series of cannon fires that goes off to symbolize how many died in one day.
Right.
And so I am going to tell you that you hear sorry. Ten cannon fires, which means that there are a couple.
6 left.
Which means there are a couple that you missed, but you're just like, I don't care.
Yeah. Whatever. I don't know. It's like 6 of them left. I don't know. 8.
Cool.
8 sounds right.
And so you sleep.
Yeah.
D20. Willpower.
11 plus 0.
You sleep decently well.
What time do I go to bed? Like, I would like to wake up
around
early.
8 o'clock.
Okay, so I'll be waking up early. Like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Cool.
You awaken to a different type of feeling. You feel lighter. And it's because you realize your weapons are not on top of you where you rested them. And you really waking up with like, that's not good, where are my weapons? And you look over and there's the guy who was like really owning it in training, like spinning your sword as he's leaning up against the sink, just looking at you, and he's like, hi, neat room you have. So listen, I think it may be prudent that you and I team up as opposed to fight each other, because I'm more of a fan of the short games, and if you and I teamed up, we could probably hunt out the rest of them within, I don't know, a day or two. And so if you and I fight, inevitably one of us will win and one will lose. And either way, the games will go on for longer, which I'm sure you people want, but I don't really care about, because I imagine I'll be the one that wins. No offense. So, how about it?
I recognize his confidence. It's something I would say. I like sit up and I'm like, that's something I would say.
No, I said it much better.
Well, eloquence, and I go, oh, I used a big word correctly.
I'm rubbing off on you.
Yeah. Maybe we are a good team.
No. But I will use your company for a while.
You're going to use me?
No.
You just said you would.
No, I didn't.
Said.
Maybe you're going to try to use me, which means I'm now going to be suspicious of you.
What does suspicious mean?
Would you like to team up or not, Sparkle?
It's... Okay, we're going to team up. You got to call me George.
Sure.
Okay.
George it is.
Esquire.
Well, which one, George or Esquire?
George, comma, Esquire.
Okay.
What's your name?
Jamie.
Jamie. Esquire?
Please don't. It's Lord Jamie of the Fish. That was a joke. I'm from District 4.
The logging district.
Would you like to team up, Esquire?
Yes, I would.
Wonderful. I'm ending session here.
Oh, why?
Because my diabetes is acting up,
Oh.
and I should take care of it. And also, I kind of like the idea of continuing this as a backup.
Okay. This is fun.
I'm glad.
How'd you get in? Can I ask him how I got in before we end the session?
You left it unlocked.
There was a way to lock it?
Well, I don't know. But it was open, so. Your answer implies that you attempted to lock it or thought that it was going to lock, so I'm just answering that
Oh,
possibility.
yeah. No. I thought it would lock on its own.
This is a capital made scenario, so I doubt that they actually had locks that you could use yourself.
Was that an insult?
No. I'm just letting you know we cannot trust the machinations that they have put in this arena.
Big words, man. Come on.
We cannot trust anything we see.
Oh. Have you seen the monument out there at the end of the lake?
Washington Monument.
I was the Washington Monument.
It's a relic of U.S. history. I don't know how they still have it standing. It probably isn't even the original Washington Monument.
So you're saying you don't trust it?
No, neither should you. You could be hiding a bomb inside of it. We don't know. Though I do actually, I have seen several relics from U.S. history in this arena. The Liberty Bell's nearby. The White House is just over there to the right. It's very odd.
Have you killed anyone yet?
About half the cannons that have gone off have been from me.
I lost count.
That's fair.
Yeah.
When did you go to sleep last? Actually, never mind. Several people have died since probably you went to sleep. So, there you go. We're about 14 in. We're more than halfway done.
So we have 6 left.
Let's get out of here. He has a backpack and he's storing the food inside of.
That's a nice pack.
Bye-bye!
Okay. That was fun.
Cool.
You always have a really snarky character that spins whatever weapon that's nearby them, and I hate you for it. I'm just saying. God, I had to team up with someone because they took my weapons. It's lame. I want to kill that guy. Oh yeah, how much HP did I restore from sleeping?
Oh, good point.
Do you need to know how much I was hurt?
No.
Okay.
Ooh. You only healed, wait. You healed 7.
7. Okay, that almost puts me to full. Cool. Okay, well, I guess I will save the character sheet. I was expecting a one-off, man.
I know, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I love how I have Spade's character sheet, and then I'm going to have to type George Washington's character sheets.